Ladies and gentlemen, we have a 4-round lightweight contest for you. Please welcome into the ring, Lovemore, Ndou.
You really want commentary on this fight?
And now please welcome into the ring, Elias Motsweneng. The officials for this fight, the referee is Mr. Smith, and the judges are Messrs. Lashi, Lobsher, and Kaiser. Introducing in the blue corner, weighing in at 61 kilograms, wearing red and white trunks, with a record of 2 fights, both undefeated, Lovemore, Ndou. And introducing in the red corner, wearing blue and white trunks, weighing in at 61,2 kilograms. He's had 1 fight, undefeated, Elias Motsweneng.
Okay, you both know the rules. I would like to back your opponents in combat fighting to take the
Well, it's 2 very little-known fighters. It's Lovemore Ndou from the Harold Volbrick stable, and Elias Motsweneng. 2 fights, both wins for Ndou, and Motsweneng's had a fight. He won that. But it's a chance for 2 young men to get going somewhere. And the interesting thing is to see Lovemore Ndou in those candy-striped pants. Reminds you of Philip Holliday, and of course, he is Philip Holliday's sparring partner.
Well, he certainly resembles Philip a bit in his style at this stage. That's Ndou in the red and candy white striped shorts, and it's Motsweneng in the blue and white shorts. Both fighters undefeated up till now.
Motsweneng, very much almost a Carousel boy himself. He lives just down the road here in one of the townships, and well, in fact, the nearest fighter to the Carousel. But right now, he looks like he's on his way home, because a lovely left hook from Ndou dropped him there.
5, 6.
And that was a good left hook, and he obviously learns that left hook from sparring with Philip Holliday. And here we go into the... Still in the first round of this fight. Motsweneng getting it in close. He doesn't want any more of those left hooks to land, but that's a lovely punch that Lovemore Ndou can throw. Nearly fell over as... Almost fell over as he missed with a punch there, and Motsweneng was onto him like a tiger.
Ndou slipped those punches quite professionally and countered with some lovely left hooks of his own.
Very smart move as Ndou. Left hook throwing away, and he throws that right underneath through the defense of his opponent. Seems to be having a little trouble with his own footwork. He's slipping a lot.
Motsweneng.
Oh, and the left hook goes in, and Motsweneng stung by a left and a right there. He'll do well to last out a round or two, this man, because those left hooks of Ndou are really finding their mark.
Step back.
Well, it's Ndou on the attack, catching him with left hooks at will. He's a bit wild at times and seems to hit over the head of Motsweneng.
Taking a little bit easy. And one thing I notice about Ndou is that when he does use the left hook, he drops his left hand right down afterwards. And a good counter puncher is going to find an easy target there.
Motsweneng showing gameness, fighting on there, trying to catch Ndou with his own right hand. But it's been all Ndou this round. Sporting a nice left jab as Ndou as he gets Motsweneng on the back foot.
Oh, a good left hook to the body. That sunk right into Motsweneng's body. Oh, and the right hand drops him. A right hand dropped in there.
4, 5, 6,
Shakes his head.
7, 8, 10.
And that's the end of a round that Motsweneng won't want to remember too much. 2 knockdowns in the first round from Lovemore and Ndou.
And there we see Ndou working the body of Motsweneng and coming over with the right hand. That sent Motsweneng down to the canvas. And once again we see some slow-mo of Motsweneng hitting the canvas. Certainly was a good round for Ndou, that one, Len.
Well, round 2 about to start. Lovemore and Ndou and Elias Motsweneng.
Excuse me, just try it quickly.
Referee stops the fight for a moment and orders them to wipe the corner. Too much water gone down there. How often do we see these fights being stopped like this by referees with water being spilt all over the canvas? Somewhat unprofessional as far as the cornermen go, I think.
And it's Ndou on the attack with his left hooks again.
A good variety of punches, good combination work comes from a young fighter like this. Only 2 fights behind him. His combinations are really good to look at.
He's shown a lot of promise the way he switches his attack from the body to the head. So he's great left hooks and he's got a nice jab as well.
Oh, and he counters so well. He waited for his opponent to come in with a right and countered with a ripping left up, half uppercut, half hook to the head. Slams his left into the face of Motsweneng again.
Motsweneng's a boy with the reach advantage, but he's not using it to his benefit. He lunges in and Ndou counters nicely.
Yes, he doesn't seem to know how to balance himself too well. He's rather a gangly type, and he can't quite put those arms together in a proper manner.
Right, step back. Box.
Oh, no, let's not find his mark. He almost set his man up, looked for him, and then let the left hand go. There was almost slow motion in watching it. The right hand came through and Motsweneng connected that one. Ndou clearly the master of the situation here.
Most certainly, as he's just biding his time, waiting to land that powerful left hook that could end the fight. But Motsweneng has got a lot of guts. He's still trying.
Yes, yeah, the one thing about Ndou is he's got some fantastically good punches for a young fighter like that, but he does too much posing.
Yeah, he needs to put them all together, and I'm sure he's a fighter to look out for in the future if he continues at this rate. After only having 2 fights, he's showing good promise here tonight.
Puts a lot of hope in that left hand of his because he really lets it rip every chance he gets. Favors the left hook very, very much. Oh, and takes a A right hand to the chin himself there, but right back on the top of Elias Motsweneng he comes.
Both of you, sir. Both of you. Stop.
And they both get warned for using the head.
Stop.
And that's the end of the second round.
And there's that left hook coming from Ndou that catches Motsweneng repeatedly, but not as effectful as the last round, Len. And once again, it's Ndou on the attack.
Yes, he couldn't quite catch this young man as much as he did in the first round. Telling Ndou to shorten his punches, and that's what he needs to do. Throwing too many of them at long range. Swinging on a number of occasions. He should be a little closer. Motsweneng himself deciding to get into the action now and throwing more shots. He isn't a man that throws a lot of blows. Right now he's trying to do something about it. He was dropped in the first round on 2 occasions. You had the idea that he might not have lasted as long as this, but he's into the third round, still taking punishment, and that left hook of Ndou's is finding its mark. Oh, and another good one goes in.
That's right, Len, but he doesn't give up trying. He's got Ndou on the back foot now. But Ndou comes up with the right hand, and as Harold Colbreth says, he must get those combinations going. He's landing the one powerful left hook. He needs to follow up, and he could end things. Ndou showing a lot of resemblance to Philip Holiday, the way his style is.
I was thinking exactly the same thing. The movement of the shoulders, the movement of the arms from the elbows. Those are all Holiday movements. You can see these two spar together a lot. And that's where he's wrong. He's inclined to waste energy that way, swinging wildly from long range, and that's what trainer Volbrecht was telling him not to do. Get in closer and shorten your punches.
That's the way to do it. He slips the punches and counts with combos. Those wild overhand rights, hardly ever find them mark. And he digs that left hook to the body.
Break! Break! Step back.
Well, there's no doubt about it as to
watch your head.
Who is well ahead in this fight, because Ndou is really the craftsman of the pair. He's got good combinations, moves his body well, has a variety of punches which his opponent lacks. But give Motsweneng his due. He's in there fighting all the way, and he's taken some good shots and come back.
Up with your punches, sir. Hitting low. Look.
And then Ndou gets one for hitting low. Last double left hook coming there from Ndou. The second one missing its mark, but it was a good combination.
Good right hand from Ndou, went through there and found its mark. But he's a left hooker predominantly. But I notice a lot of his punches now are starting to fall short of the mark.
Stop!
Well,
Move it again. Come now, man. Come straight left, straight right. Okay. Once you come. Watch it.
Second. Well, we're going into the last round, and that's quite an unusual piece of advice from Harold Volbrecht, telling his man to throw a straight left followed by a straight right. And all the way through this, I don't think Ndou has thrown a straight punch. He's a hooker. He moves around throwing punches from short range.
We're working the body there, nicely coming over to the head.
Yes, he does throw that combination very nice, that left hook to the body, then he brings it over short to the head. That's his best punch, because in throwing the one to the body, he seems to settle himself in and balance himself better for the second shot.
He's not finding his mark as easy as he was in the first round then.
Now, he's been a bit off target these last couple of rounds. Oh, there's a slapping right over the top. Caught Motsweneng, who seems to be in a little bit of trouble from it. And it's Motsweneng now battling to keep out of trouble, because some of the shots from Ndou have been finding their mark, and Motsweneng glad to clutch and hold.
Motsweneng catches Ndou with some good right hands there.
Hey, still for the fight is Motsweneng. Must know that he's behind on points, and he's really going for it to try and score one punch knockout. Now one wonders why he wasn't using that left jab a lot earlier, because that left jab has been keeping Ndou away from him.
That's right, and it's finding its mark there, Len.
And he's got Ndou in a little bit of trouble. He found his mark repeatedly with the left jab. I wouldn't call it a great left jab, but it had some effect in what it was doing.
And both boys standing toe-to-toe with Ndou, getting the best of the exchanges there. And Motsweneng gets warned for holding.
Ndou was throwing in a lot of punches there and landing, but he's trying to be slapping quite a bit now. He's not getting in with the knuckle part of the glove as much as he was earlier on.
His punch is certainly lacking the power they had in the earlier round.
And very few of them finding their mark. Motsweneng is the one who's showing a great deal more confidence at this stage. And that's the end of their 4-round bout.
And there we see Motsweneng on the attack for a change, catching Ndou with straight left and right. None of his punches got really any power behind them. Again, you see him on the attack with a straight jab. Then Ndou counters with his own two-fisted attack there.
Well, we're waiting for the results. The referee scorecards are being added up by the fight supervisor. In this entrance, it happens to be Stanley Sono. And when he has finished, he's just finished adding them up. Here he passes the scores back to the referee, who will now Not too sure what's happening, but he's had to go back to one of the other judges and get him to make some adjustment to his scorecard. Two young men anxiously awaiting the outcome of a result because they have 3 fights between them and neither are beaten at this stage, but is one of them about to lose his unbeaten record? Ndou had 2 winners. But Motsweneng had 1 fight and 1 win, and here comes the result.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the official decision for the fight. The judge, Lassie, scored the fight Ndou 40, Motsweneng 34. Judge Lovemore scored the fight Ndou 40, Lovemore 34. And Judge Kaiser scored the fight Ndou 40, Motsweneng 36. A winner by unanimous points decision, Lovemore Ndou. Looks like another good prospect coming from the Harold Fulbrecht stable here. Lovemore, good result for you, good win.
Thanks very much.
How did you find the fight?
Well, I made a mistake by hunting for a knockout, you see. I should have boxed the guy from the first round. Then I was going to knock him out. I mean, the knockout should have come on his own.
What were your instructions going into the fight?
Well, I was told to take my time and keep on bobbing and jab. But then I made a mistake. I didn't do that, you see.
What are you looking for in the future now? You're still one of the young up-and-coming guys from Harold stable. What are you looking for, your plan?
Well, my plan is I want to be one of the best boxers in this country. And you see, I've got a good trainer in Harold Fulbrecht. And I believe he's going to make me a champion future.
All right, well boxed tonight. Lovemore Harold, and another one you've turned out here.
Yeah, he's a great prospect. You know, it's a pity the people didn't see him, on his best tonight. The guy that he fought was a bit negative. He didn't want to make a fight out of it. But I was pleased he had a win. He hasn't fought for a while. So he's fighting next month, and this fight will help. So you'll see him next month much better.
All right, good luck for your next fight. Thanks, guys.
Thanks very much.
Let's go back to ringside.